on my human security page, I've added a number of studies, case studies, that have been commissioned by the Berlin report of the Human Security Study Group. This is a group hosted by Mary Calder, who was one of the original initiators of the human security discourse, and Javier Solana, who asked her to do it at the time when he was a high representative. I think it's interesting because it is focusing on internal and external security and the need to link the two. And I think it's important also because they have chosen to develop 12 case studies, which I've then posted on the different pages of this website that most closely correspond to that issue. And I will try to comment upon those in the coming days and weeks as I have time to do it. Please note that these comments, presentations, and to a certain extent reviews that I will offer are basically done as I'm reading each chapter, and certainly not pretentious. Rather than wait for months before formal reviews are out, I thought it would be useful to bring people more quickly into the discussion. I see that there is one on the conflict in Ukraine, and my immediate comment to that one is, of course, that when we talk about the causes of the conflict, we have to look at Russia as well, and not just what are the local conditions. So I will come back to that. Then there is a criticism of the EU and the Western Balkans, which certainly is a very topical issue, not to forget the Western Balkans. Libya, another central case study. The role of the EU in the Syrian conflict. EU policies in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Horn of Africa. The origin of the comprehensive approach. The discussion about border security I will take up in the context of that web page. Approaches to justice in conflict and transition, sanctions, etc., cybersecurity, and the private sector. So these studies basically cover two of the main paradigms that I'm referring to in my handbook, the thematic approach, but also fundamentally the geographic approach, both inside and outside of the European neighborhood. It is a very good thing to do, to have these case studies published at this point, just before the publication of the global strategy. So again, what I will do now is not perfect. It's very, very quickly done, but then a video blog has this advantage of being quick.